Hello, Liam Payne.
Hello.
Hello, Zayn Malik.
Hello.
Hello, Harry Styles.
Hi, Nick Grimshaw.
How are you all?
Very well. Good.
Nice to see you all.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Good.
But I didn't go to the premiere last night, and I didn't go to a party last night, so I feel refreshed and revived.
Good.
How do you all feel?
I feel like I need to do this.
For the benefit of radio, Liam is putting his head on the table with his
With
hood
a
up.
hood up.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
going into today.
reasonably well rested actually. I went to bed quite early.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
all
you
right.
party
I
animal.
feel quite tired, if I'm honest.
Are you?
Yeah.
Would you want to wrap this up?
Yeah.
Lovely to talk to you.
Right.
See you
You
next
too.
year.
Thank
see you in a while.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
I'm off to the Greg James show.
Okay, see you later. How was it last night? Because I seen it nothing but it. I mean, it was in like the papers constantly. It was on like it was on the news this morning. I like that it's news that you had a film now.
Yeah, it's crazy, mate. Because honestly, like when we first got there and saw how many people had like waited and camped out for us and stuff, like for one, we couldn't believe we're at our own premiere. For two, how many people turned up was just crazy and couldn't have gone better, to be honest.
There was people like camping out. Would there be anyone now?
We paid them to do that.
We thought
it was
that.
a marketing plea.
Yeah.
So we paid them to camp
It's a
out.
great
So
idea.
it was in the news.
Yeah, great idea. If you look closely, there
Don't
are all
believe
sort
the
of, like,
hype.
35-year-old extras.
Yeah, exactly. You've
Posing
seen him
as-
in like the Churchill advert. And
Yeah, they were all posing as fans. We sent Ian actually from the Radio and Breakfast show to Leicester Square to try and break in yesterday, and there was like people camping out, like, you know, overnight and all that. Is there anyone that you would have done that for, or anyone that you, when you were a bit younger, is there anyone that you'd have that obsessive level of love for? That's a no.
There's
then from
definitely
everyone.
people that I would have wanted to. I don't know if I would have been allowed.
I so
Yeah.
wouldn't have been allowed.
I don't know if I've got the
Yeah.
commitment for that.
Never.
Imagine that I'm going to London.
Although I do
to
like
camp
camping.
out, so
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I read on Twitter as well last night that there was a woman waiting inside the cinema in a bridesmaid dress. Waiting
Yes,
to marry
I
you.
saw that woman. And I
Not
was so
bridesmaid dress,
confused.
a bride's
Bride's
dress.
dress.
I
Bride's
thought
dress.
she'd just got married, and
I'm
that was
here
like
to
a
stand
thing.
while you marry someone else.
Did you see that?
Yeah. I saw her walk past, and I just wondered whether she just got married, was waiting for said proposal, or was
I
off
think
to
she
Vegas.
was waiting for any one of you who was around.
You
She had
were
no-
waiting for Morgan.
She had no preference. Yeah, or Spurlock. She'll
Spurlock,
take
yeah.
Spurlock or a Winston. She'll take anything.
Anyone will take a
Cameraman,
Winston.
sound
Look at
guy,
them teeth.
whatever.
I heard she was after you.
Really?
Yeah.
She's still there then. Wrong tree. Does someone teach you what to do? Because I saw when you get out on that premiere, and I always think that when I go, I always feel a little bit weird and don't really know what to
Yeah.
do. Does someone teach you what to do when you turn up to a premiere?
Do you know what? Do you know what it was for me? I had slightly bigger shoes on than I'd usually have, and when I got out of the car, there was a second where I nearly fell over, and then when we went upstairs on the stage, there was another second where I nearly fell over. I had a couple of close escapes yesterday.
Yeah, they never tell you what to do. Like the Viana
blag it.
door just opens and you feel yourself like trying to sort your jacket out and stuff because you look like a bit of an idiot getting out.
I watched some interviews today to prep for this interview for now, and some of the hard-hitting questions. I saw Zayn, you got asked a lot about like the album. Liam, I saw you got asked about the film. Harry, yours was like hard-hitting, like, how'd you do your hair? What's like your?
How do you
Sometimes
do
it's
your
tough.
head? Very erect today.
It's very erect today, isn't it?
Yes.
It's massive. Just I imagine that the same way you do. Just put some stuff in it, shake it, and then hey presto.
See what happens.
And hey presto, erect.
It's erect, and then you're done for the day. And get on with your day. What's like the worst question do you think that you do get asked at something like that?
I think.
Because if you say it now, you can declare it, and then
If you
people
could have
start-
any superpower,
Yeah, superpower. Or,
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Well, it's not going to happen, is it?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
we can but hope.
Well, yeah.
But you might not get the superpower that you.
You wish. You
should.
might just get something else.
And then you're just a bit like, I don't want that one.
I don't want super strength. I want it to be
Didn't want that
invisible.
one, thanks. Didn't want one, thanks. Simon Cowell was there as well last night, and he
was.
was saying that
He
he
was.
feels like a father to you. Do you ever feel that Simon Cowell is your father?
I will be.
That's a
we
good
used to
question.
call him Uncle Simon on the show.
Uncle Si.
yeah.
Uncle
Yeah,
Si,
Uncle
mate.
Si.
Uncle Si.
Yeah.
Now he's. Anyway, moving
Father
on.
Five. Father Five. Si. I wanted to speak to you about doing this movie because it seemed like the cameras were there everywhere. I went and watched it yesterday, and they were there for everything. But was there a moment when you were like, actually, you can't put that in. You can't do.
Do you know what I was thinking the other
It was
day?
like in the bed.
There was
It
a
like
moment
everywhere.
when we were at the Brits actually, where we got the award and we went to the toilet, and I just turned round and I was at the urinal, just a camera behind me, and I was just wondering, is this going to be my life from now on? Just cameras just everywhere. It was really strange,
That
but
could
that
have
was
been nice with a voiceover, like, and Liam
Yeah.
has popped for a wee. It's all go in the movie. Had you seen it before yesterday? Had you seen like edits of it or like
Yeah,
little
we'd
bits of it?
seen the final cut like twice.
Yeah.
Maybe, but we'd seen like 8 of the cuts, I think.
See, I had a different tactic for this. I didn't go to the final cuts because I thought I'd leave some surprises for
Yes.
the cinema. But the problem was we had to leave early to get to the party, and the bits that I hadn't seen, I still haven't seen. So I haven't seen
don't
the
know
full
what happened
film.
at the end?
Mate, I don't know what happened.
Oh
My
my
mum come
God.
home to me and mentioned something to me yesterday. I was like, I don't remember that being in the film. What's
Yeah.
happened there?
Zayn dies
I'm
at the
having
end of
words.
the film. It's really dramatic.
That's what I heard as well.
It's horrible. It's like,
It's like Man on a Ledge 2.
It's Zayn and Harry. He's on a door and he drowns. It's horrible.
I've seen it all 9 times, and it was very well researched on the film.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. What's your favourite bit?
My favourite bit is I like the end credits.
You like the end credits?
Yeah, I do.
Only you
Oh,
would
thanks,
say
Morgan
that.
Spurlock. I
No,
like
I
the
mean-
end credits.
No, I mean like good job. Like
Great
the
job.
little outtake bits
Yes.
are good.
If
There was outtakes.
I left when the credits
Nice.
were on because I had things to do. So when the credits were on, I thought I'd leave then. You got all your families in it. That was my favourite bit, like seeing.
Yeah.
This sounds dark, but like seeing your families like a little bit sad and like emotional. I quite like.
Is that what you like? Is it? See my family sad?
Yeah, I'm a sadist.
alright.
But no, I quite like that because that was like really real for me. Was there much convincing getting your families in, or did they ask to be in it?
I think they kind of pretend that they're a bit embarrassed about being in it, but really they
wanna
love
be in
it, and it's like all over their Facebook and stuff. And they're like, "I'm in the film," when really to us they're like, "Oh, I don't want to be in that.
Where's hair and makeup? Like, I really don't.
Oh, I don't want to be in that. I've
Is
been
it time
having
for my close-up?
acting lessons. How did I do? How did I do?"
Did anyone do that? Like anyone in your family or anyone actually in the band, like act a little bit different because they knew the cameras are on? Because I've had people that I know, like friends, who I think are really funny, and I get them in to do a radio feature, and then when they get on radio, they like, talk all like this. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah, they
that's
go
not
to the
what you're
toilet and come out in like a tuxedo. Like,
like. Yeah. Hi.
I noticed that, like, depending on who we were talking to in the film, our own accents changed a little bit.
Yeah.
That was a bit strange.
Really?
Yeah.
I know what you mean, bro.
Like when I was
Yeah.
talking to my mum, like on the phone, my
bro.
accent went loads more
Yeah.
Yorkshire,
Yeah, went a bit more
Yorkshire.
a bit more Bradford.
Right, a bit more Bradford.
Yeah, a bit more Bradford. Like
I
that.
saw that you in the movie saying you brought your mother a house.
I did, yeah.
How long do you think I'd have to know you until you bought me a house?
Well, my mum did give birth to me.
That is true.
And I did buy a house after 18
You owed
years.
her rent for the womb.
So, yeah, you might have to do a few things, like,
Okay,
and I might have
so-
to know you for 18 years.
Okay, that's all right. How
Let
many
him
years
stay
in are
in
we?
your house for 9 months and then
Yeah.
leave the house.
Move
Yeah.
into my flat.
Yeah.
It's very womb-like. For 9
That will be
months.
the like advertisement when you sell it.
Yeah.
It'll be like, it's a womb-like flat.
It's a womb.
It's got some very nice rooms.
womb. Yeah. One bed womb. And the family, your families were there watching it. Were you worried about the families like seeing the real you, because you do act a little bit different, or I do act a little bit different in front of my mum and dad? Was it weird having them at the premiere, watching it with you, and seeing what you are actually like when you're at
I don't think my
work?
mum actually saw the film. She was just crying the whole time. As per, she told me actually she was wearing the 3D glasses, and in the end they got fogged up, so she couldn't see what's going on.
She lied to me then, because I always say that that I've never met her without her crying. And she came up to me at the party yesterday and she was like, I didn't cry!
Oi,
I
and
know
the
I was
one-
crying on screen, but I didn't cry, I did it for you.
Mate, you know what the funniest thing was as well? My mum loves to keep a souvenir, right? She's a proper hoarder with stuff like that.
I saw with
and
the
she
Liam
tried to keep the
cutout.
3D glasses, but the woman took her off her, and she was so annoyed, bless her. Trying to rob my mum's setting a bad example, trying to rob 3D glasses. So
Yeah, you can get them out though, I reckon. You give
Yeah,
you
yeah.
take
she just
cheap
not very.
stuff.
My
She's,
mum
not,
got
she's,
her,
too
though.
much of an honest
And
criminal.
you
That's
drop
what it
them
is.
in the bag. and
Yeah,
you think
drop
you
them in.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did go and see a film for work once and watch it, and was like, it's such a terrible version, and like watched like half an hour of it, and then my friend was like, it's because you've got your sunglasses on and 3D glasses are on your head. I was like, oh. What's it like when you get home then from something like a premiere or a world tour where you've been faced with that for months or like, you know, weeks and weeks on end? What's like when you step into your house and it's just like you in your house?
Sometimes I find it's a bit quiet. I have to put loud music on, and jump around a bit,
But,
and get high.
Yeah, you need to kind of wean off. Like, you know when Take That finished that circus tour?
No.
Apparently Gary Barlow.
Oh yeah, I remember it well, yeah.
Gary Barlow went to Vegas
Uh-huh.
to like wean himself out of the crazy.
Wow.
Because the tour was so crazy. Because he used to like ride out on an elephant or something.
So his tour was that insane that he had to
He
go
needed to like take it down a
Vegas.
notch by going to Vegas.
by
yeah.
going to Vegas just to kick back. Liam, Zane, Harry, lovely to talk to you. Thank you.
Thanks for having
Mr.
me.
Grimshaw, we'll see you again soon.